Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today is Monday, January 19th, 2026. And I have to be honest, just saying that date out loud feels a little heavy today.
It does, doesn't it? There's a certain tension in the air right now when it comes to media technology.
Attention, yeah. A kind of background hum of suspicion about everything we see. And that's what we need to unpack.
That's why we're here.
Exactly. We're looking at this fascinating piece of, well, literature, really. It was published on DeviantArt back in August of 2025 by a user called Creature Studios.
And it's titled The AI Delusion.
AI Delusion. And reading it now, here in 26, it feels less like an essay and more like a clinical diagnosis of where we're at.
It really does. And to be clear, this isn't a tech review. We're not talking about which AI model is better.
No, not at all.
The source argues that we've hit this tipping point where public perception of AI has just completely lapped the reality of the technology.
So we're living in a mass hallucination.
That's the argument, that the public believes everything is AI generated, even when it's demonstrably, 100% human-made.
And that's the delusion part, isn't it? It's not that the tech is fooling us.
No.
It's that we're fooling ourselves into thinking that humans are machines. And the source makes this point that it blew my mind. This belief is so strong, it overrides visual evidence.
It overrides behind-the-scenes footage, live interviews, everything.
It's a psychological override. And the source breaks this down into a few mechanics. The first one they call the paranoia loop.
Which is a perfect name for it. It's this defensive reflex we've all developed. I mean, think about it. For the last few years, we have just been bombarded with warnings.
Deep fakes, misinformation, synthetic media.
Exactly. So the average viewer is in a state of hypervigilance. When a new movie trailer drops, you're not watching it for fun anymore.
You're watching it to detect. You're playing Spot the Bot.
You are scanning for that six-fingered hand or the background that shifts weirdly. And the problem is, because you're looking for it.
You'll find it, even if it's not there.
You'll find something. The source gives these great examples, like if the lighting in a scene is too clean.
AI lighting.
Right. Or a monster design looks a little derivative.
That's an AI design.
Yeah.
As if humans can't be generic on their own.
And my favorite one from the text was, if a character blinks weirdly.
Yes. Which is hilarious because have you met people? We blink weirdly all the time.
We do. We twitch. We move awkwardly. But in this paranoia loop, a human imperfection is now seen as a digital error.
And that leads right into what I think is the most brilliant concept in the whole piece.
The reverse uncanny valley.
Okay, we have to unpack this because this was the light bulb moment for me. We all know the regular uncanny valley.
Sure. That's when a robot or an animation looks almost human, but something's off.
And it's creepy. It triggers this, biological revulsion.
Right. It's an imitation of life that fails.
Yeah.
But this reverse uncanny valley flips it.
Completely on its head.
The argument is we're not creeped out by the artificial anymore. Now we're creeped out by the normal.
So when we see genuine human mediocrity, we panic.
Exactly. You see stiff acting, a clunky camera move, a boring script.
Yeah.
You don't think bad filmmaking. You think, that's a machine failing to simulate humanity.
That's incredible. So if I make a bad movie, people won't just say I'm a bad director.
They'll say you're a bot. We've forgotten what human failure looks like, so we just label it generative art.
And this connects to that whole section on false flags and the reality of the film industry right now.
Yeah, because everyone assumes CGI in 2026 must be some kind of automated magic. But the source says, not really.
Not even close.
The actual workflows haven't changed that much.
Right.
It's still green screens, motion capture.
Compositing, which is just layering images together.
Right.
Manual, tedious labor. But here's the kicker. The industry is facing huge budget cuts and impossible timelines. So you have overworked artists rushing to finish shots.
And the lighting doesn't quite match or the edges look a bit blurry. It's just, bad CGI.
But the public sees that and screams, AI artifacting?
They're misinterpreting economic problems as technological ones. It's tragic, really.
It is, and it's forced the industry into this really weird corner. The source calls it desperate humanization.
Oh, this section is great. It's just wild. The length studios are going to prove they're made of meat.
The live stream incident that the source mentions, you have to walk us through that. It sounds completely made up.
It really does. So there's this director so fed up with AI accusations on his last film that for his new one, he live streams the entire shoot.
Okay, a solid plan, transparency.
Cameras rolling, actors on set, makeup artists, everything, live, to prove it's real.
And the internet's reaction.
They accused him of deepfaking the live stream.
No, you kidding
Not
me?
at all. Commenters claimed the actors were just real-time avatars mapped onto stunt people.
You literally can't win. You can't. It just proves the point. Once trust is gone, no amount of evidence can bring it back. The delusion doesn't care about facts.
Yeah.
And it's hitting the actors, too, the actor revolt. I've noticed this, actually. Stars are refusing to do virtual interviews now.
They have to. If you do a Zoom call, the video compression smooths your skin. The audio might lag for a split second.
And boom, there's a Reddit conspiracy that you've been replaced by a digital replica.
So they're flying everywhere, insisting on in-person appearances. And the T-shirts.
The I am not a bot t-shirts, that's a real thing.
It's real. Imagine being a world-famous actor and feeling you need to wear a shirt that literally declares your biological status. It's absurd.
But even that gets spun by the conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. They just claim it's branding for the androids to blend in.
It's funny, but the cultural fallout is actually pretty depressing.
It's deeply concerning.
Yeah.
The source calls it the collapse of criticism. Think about how we used to talk about movies.
Narrative, character, pacing.
Now so much of the conversation is just tech paranoia.
Right. You read a review that says this movie lacks soul. 10 years ago, that meant the script was bad. Now
Now it's code for, I think this is AI. It's a way to disengage. You don't have to think about why the story isn't working. You just label it fake and move on.
And that leads to what the source calls the audience retreat. I feel this myself. I find myself watching movies from the 90s way more often.
And it's not just nostalgia. The source argues it's a safety mechanism.
A safe space of authenticity.
Exactly. You watch The Matrix, you know it's real. But post-2020 cinema feels like a minefield. People are just tired of guessing, so they're checking out.
There's a quote in the text that I highlighted that just sums it all up. The only thing artificial is the belief that everything is artificial.
It's a powerful line. The fear of the machines is doing the damage, not the machines themselves.
So, how did we get here? It wasn't just one thing, was it?
No, it was a perfect storm. The source puts a lot of blame on media saturation and, frankly, mislabeling.
Those clickbait headlines, AI is taking over Hollywood.
Right. And you'd click the article and it's like, oh, they used an AI tool to help with some background textures.
But the headline primed you to see Skynet everywhere.
It created a feedback loop. There's that case study in the source about the creature design.
The one that went viral on Twitter?
Yeah. Terrifying design. And everyone immediately screamed AI.
AI! Born horror.
When in reality, it was designed by a human team using ZBrush, which is basically digital clay. Hundreds of hours of manual sculpting.
But the accusation always travels faster than the correction.
Always. And that constant bombardment leads to what the source calls visual PTSD.
Is that too strong a term?
I don't think so. I mean, the
Yeah.
public has been burned by deepfakes and scams so many times that they're effectively traumatized. Even genuine footage triggers suspicion now.
Like shaky handheld footage that used to mean realism.
Now the brain just goes, ah, the AI is trying to trick me into thinking this is raw. Or an actor cries and it's the AI is simulating emotion. We've lost the ability to recognize the real.
And here's the most insidious part, I think, this idea of algorithmic aesthetics. Because creators might actually be making it worse.
Unintentionally, yes. This is the loop where humans start copying machines.
Wait, explain that. Why would a human want to copy a machine?
To survive. You're an artist. You want your work seen. You know the social media algorithms favor certain styles. Symmetrical framing, clean lighting, this glossy look.
A look that AI models happen to be really good at creating.
Precisely.
Hmm.
So to get likes, you start painting like the robot. Human-made art starts to look cleaner, smoother, more synthetic.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It feels like AI, so we assume it is AI.
And on top of that, you have what the source calls pseudo-literacy.
Oh, I hear this all the time. People throwing around words like JANS or diffusion.
Neural rendering, latent space.
Do they know what it means? Because I just nod along.
The source says absolutely not. It's surface-level knowledge. They know enough jargon to feel like an expert, but they can't actually tell the difference.
What's an example of that?
Okay, so a diffusion model builds an image from noise. It can leave these weird, dreamlike artifacts. A digital composite is just pasting two images together. If you see a hard, badly cut out line, that's a human making a bad crop. That's not a diffusion artifact.
Right.
But the pseudo-literate viewer sees any error and yells diffusion just because they know the word.
It makes everyone feel like a forensic analyst with none of the training.
Combine that with the fact that humans are just pattern-finding machines.
Confirmation bias.
Exactly. You start with the belief AI is everywhere, and your brain will work overtime to find the evidence ignoring everything that contradicts it.
And we see this in the comments the source provided. That user, JWE1993.
Right, talking about JWR's plot, feeling AI generated just because it was formulaic.
And the K-pop Demon Hunters one, I love that name.
Chuckles. Sounds like a great show.
I'd watch it, but the comments were furious.
Furious, accusing them of using AI singers. Now, K-pop has used heavy vocal processing and auto-tune for 20 years.
Right, long before this was a thing.
But now that stylistic choice isn't seen as style, it's seen as fake. And the accusation just poisons the whole fandom.
So, let's try to land the plane. We have creators and I'm not a bot shirts. Audiences retreating to 1999. What's the way out?
It's a stalemate of trust. And I think the biggest takeaway from this whole deep dive isn't really about tech. It's the source's conclusion.
That the delusion isn't about technology outpacing humanity.
It's about perception outpacing reality.
We've let our fear of the artificial poison our ability to enjoy the real.
We're so busy hunting for the robot that we stop seeing the human. And until we can rebuild that trust, or just stop obsessing over how something was made and get back to what it makes us feel, we're stuck.
That's a heavy thought. We're losing the ability to just watch something.
We're losing the ability to suspend disbelief. And without that, there's no storytelling.
So here's my challenge to you, the listener. The next time you're scrolling, watching a trailer, and you see something that looks off, and your brain instantly jumps, that looks fake, or that's AI, pause for a second.
Take a breath and ask yourself, is it the pixels or is it your own paranoia? Are you falling into the delusion? It's a question worth asking. Because sometimes a bad movie is just a bad movie.
We'll leave you with that to chew on. Thanks for diving deep with us on the AI delusion. We'll catch you on the next one.
Stay human, everyone.